Welcome to a very windy and wet Wellington, New Zealand. Now today I'm standing in the Queen's Wharf area, very close to the downtown of this capital city, in a country where rugby is the dominant sport and plays a key role in the fabric of New Zealand society. Now behind me you'll see the building of the New Zealand Rugby Union, which is the key organization that runs rugby in the country, and that includes the national team, the famous and mystical All Blacks, as well as all of the rugby from the clubs and the provincial leagues all the way down to the schoolboy level. Now, New Zealand competes on many different fronts in rugby. Obviously, you have the All Blacks, which is the national team that competes at all of the international competitions, and then you've got the Super 14 League, which is a very unique league set up which has teams from here in New Zealand, Australia and South Africa. It's actually one of the highest standards of rugby club in the world. It's very unique because it has several different countries involved. There's also Rugby League, which is the version where they play with 11 players, as well as Rugby Sevens, which is the version with 7 players, and has been very important lately because the IOC has recently added Rugby Sevens to the Olympic program and will become a sport in Rio 2016 Games. Now, further to the excitement of the rugby in New Zealand is that next year New Zealand will be the host of the IRB Rugby World Cup. And if I could just bring the camera around this way, you'll see that in the background is the Westpac Stadium. Now, this is the home grounds here in Wellington for most sports, including rugby, and will be one of the venues for the Rugby World Cup. So right now in New Zealand, it's a very exciting time for rugby. Wellington is a great city, and you can feel the rugby culture everywhere you go. And for a country of only 4 million people, they've had an amazing amount of success on the rugby landscape. And next year should be a great time with the Rugby World Cup, and we're happy to be here and exploring as part of Why Sport Matters. So, reporting from Wellington, this is John Siner.